You know, I'm born and raised here, and I love my hometown just like everybody does. You know, what I tell friends and people that are new to Laredo is that it's a small, big town. You know, population is about 400,000, give or take, 450,000. 7 high schools. Just with us alone at United ISD, we have 4 high schools, 12 middle schools, 31 elementaries. You know, we have a lot of students here. We have 42,000 kids. Anybody that comes to Laredo, the first thing they're going to see is the traffic and the 18-wheelers that come through here. And that's because Laredo's the #1 inland port in the United States. And so there's a lot of trade and commerce that comes through here. You know, the top 2 employers in Laredo are the school districts and law enforcement. You know, we've got a golf course that you can hit a ball into Mexico. We have people that are Americans that are US citizens that live in there and they cross over on a daily basis. You know, I graduated from United High School. I'm a USD product in 1988, and we had 1 high school. And here we are 35 years later, and UISD has 4 high schools, 4 freshman campuses, 12 middle schools, 31, 32 elementaries. So it's grown significantly. We went from a small 4A when I was in school to now a 6A, a big 6A. The school district is an A-rated school district, and a lot of our schools are A-rated as well. And that's hard to do with our demographics, you know, to be honest with you. We're 95, 96% Hispanic, low socioeconomic majority. A lot of kids are on free and reduced lunch. A lot of kids are bus riders, and our schools still manage to perform at a high level. With big numbers comes a lot of kids, and a lot of kids participate in athletics. I think everybody here at UISD understands the value of extracurricular activities and what it can do for our kids, not just kids elsewhere, but like our kids especially. The student activity complex is a state-of-the-art, you know, built in 2002. Capacity here is 9,000. When we renovated, and this past summer, we put down the field turf, Vertex Prime, and then we added the cool play on top. So the cool play reduced the temperature at least, you know, 20%. Because in Laredo, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it's 110, 112 degrees out here. And so having that cool play really helps, number one. But where the fields have really helped us, every day our fields were in use. Monday through Saturday, it's football. Before, when we had natural turf, natural grass, by week 6, field was gone. And so then we had to prep it for soccer, and it was just, it wasn't good. On top of that, you know, you save on the water, you save on the mowing, on the striping, on the paint, on the fertilizer, on the herbicides and pesticides, and close to saving 150,000, maybe more with our climate here in Laredo per year. Our water bill was 0. Playability, safety, and the ability to play back-to-back games, and you don't have to rest your field. It was a godsend for us. And then as we grew, our high school fields still had grass. And then so a year and a half ago, we made the decision to renovate those as well. Like, so all of our 4 high schools got their football fields renovated. All of our fields that were installed, we have tick marks, these little dots to simulate the infield of a baseball field. And on the other corner, we have little tick marks to simulate the softball field. When it was time to look into renovating and replacing the old turf, naturally you go see what's out there. Field turf came with some options. And then we visited places that they gave us a list of, like, here, you know, if you don't take our word for it. And so that's what I did. You know, I went to San Antonio, and I went to Dallas, went to Houston. I didn't have to go very far though, really, because they just put up a complex in San Antonio at Trinity University. And that was impressive. And so we were kind of sold when we saw Trinity. And on top of that, the customer service that they provided, the price was within budget, economical, and it was a good product, good quality, safe product for our kids. And hopefully we'll get another 10, 12 years of usage out of it. Our 2 oldest schools, the oldest is United, and the second oldest is United South High School. When those 2 schools play, Doesn't matter if it's football or marbles or checkers. They're going to pack it. They're going to pack it. You know, we'll almost sell this place out. You know, this place will hold about 9,000 and we'll get close. Our oldest school is United, but it's our newest building. All of our schools have great spirit, but this one has, you know, it's got the color tones, the orange pops, the logo's there, and then the Booster Club puts up the flag. So every morning, the first thing people see when they're arriving to that campus is that field. I think the Johnson Field is pretty cool because it kind of sits up a little bit on a, not too much, but it sits up above the campus. So when you see it, you know, you see the campus, so you can see the campus and you can see the band pad, you can see down into the parking lot, and then behind you, behind the field house is the baseball and softball field. But when you're standing at the Johnson Field, you can pretty much see the whole campus, which is pretty cool. The Alexander Field, what's interesting about that one is it's right next to, almost in the middle of campus. So it's like the campus, the field, and then the band hall. So it's got a little character to it. See, and then the United South is our second oldest, and that one's got a little bit more bleachers because it's an older school. We added some bleachers there a couple of years ago, and when those games get packed, you think it's a, you know, like a two-way school playing almost. Yeah, each four are a little different and special in their own way. Kruger Field was probably built in the 1960s. United, our high school, our oldest, was established in 1963. I think Kruger Field came shortly after. And so I think the capacity at Kruger Field is maybe 4,000, 3,500. Keep in mind it was for a small 3A, 4A school. And so Kruger Field has a football field and a baseball field, and that's it. And that's how we operated for years. But as we started growing, you know, we built this complex that's still, functionality still gets games there Monday through Saturday. I'm born and raised here. It's a great place. It's a safe city, amazing people, amazing food. Our kids work hard, our coaches work hard, our community works hard, and they have high expectations for us. I guarantee you that when you visit Laredo, your perception of it is going to change when you leave. And all in all, it's a great place to live, a great place for your kids to go to school, and a great place to raise your family.